Yeah. Yeah.
He's also...
Stand back.
Can we finish here? Quickly. Before I lose my lunch.
I would never complain about Marius' laundry habit. It's again.
Good fight.
Child's play.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? The garden is within our grasp. All we need now is the courage and wisdom to brave the unknown. Your confidence is refreshing. I almost hate to ask, but are you afraid of what's to come? I'm not judging, just curious. The bane of every academic. I believe, for the first time in ages, that I am not afraid. I used to care so much about discovery, invention, achievement. But deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential. Of course you do. What blade cuts deeper than having unachievable standards for yourself? Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods. They really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me. And look how that turned out. I'm so tired of being afraid. I need to accept my limitations or embrace them. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey. I have no idea where it leads. And for the first time, it's fine. Perfectly fine. Really? I wouldn't know what to do with that much encouragement. Glad I could get that off my chest. We have bigger problems to worry about, but I appreciate these little moments. What are you so curious about? The better question is, can I still be an Animancer? Could I even make a difference? As long as Fior Messiverno is safe, the Living Lands will have Animancers, whether or not I am one of them. And then there's the Dream Scourge, unraveling civilization as we know it. I don't know where that leaves me. The work my parents started may have no end in sight. We don't even know if the Living Lands can be tamed politically, much less spiritually. She thought a lot of things. Not all of them were true. All I know for certain is that I've been going about this the wrong way. I should be an Animancer for the right reason. With the Dream Scourge, I haven't got one. At least someone thinks so. Thank you for believing in me, whether or not I believe in myself. You too.
Oh, gods. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Odie,
Envoy? Last time I was here, I was fully convinced I'd never be back. Oh, it's complicated. It's not that I hate Solace, but I just can't be there anymore.
Well, going back isn't always easy. Sometimes too much has changed. Other times, not enough has.
I left Solace under the cover of darkness, through an exit only me and a friend of mine knew about. More importantly, I left without permission, which means I more or less exiled myself. Solace is the oldest standing settlement in the lands. Tradition all but forbids aimless wandering. I've met Pargrunen from elsewhere who seem driven to travel. Seems strange to me. You'll see when we get there. Solace isn't the most welcoming place, even to those who live there. Anyway. What do you want to talk about? Mount Forja erupts every few years. Usually just small little burps of ash and a few extra lava flows. It's like it wants to remind everyone it's still here. Which is ridiculous, really. Smell that rotten egg scent on the wind? That's Forja. As much as I want to blame it on Kai. Just another reason the people of Solace tend to stay inside. There's a place in the southwest of the Tusk called the Slumbering Fields. It's full of dry brambles and plants with nasty thorns. There used to be an old Pargrunen aqueduct out there, but it hasn't been used for a long time. No one's sure why the water stopped flowing, but without it, we've been drinking subterranean runoff for ages. That's all I know, really. There's more out there than I could tell you about. Best you go see it for yourself. Let's see. First rule in Galawain's tusks is to be grateful for every breath. The air itself is poisonous here. if you breathe enough of it. Don't overexert yourself, and keep your heartbeat slow. A wet cloth over your mouth and nose will help. Remember that this place wants to kill you at all times. Act like your every step is putting you in danger. And make sure to clear your eyes, ears, and nose every now and then. Ash builds up faster than you'd expect. You know, if you're this interested in survival in the living lands, we can take this even further. You've done all right out here, but there's always more to know if you want to survive. So, what do you want to learn? You want to know everything? Right. You came to the right person. It's good to know things, but you need to be physically fit, so we're gonna stretch your limbs and get those joints moving. And then we're gonna give you little bites of bad berries. Maybe send you on a long run. You're gonna be as fit as an ox. Let's get started. Right. That about does it. You're a quick study. At least now I don't have to worry about you so much out there. I can spend my time watching over Kai and Yatsley. Teaching is its own reward, I guess. Never thought I'd be going back to Galloway's tusks.
Relax. We won't embarrass you too much. Rawatayans love to boast about how barren and rugged our homeland is. But we've got nothing on the Pargrunan living here. I can't fault your optimism, but would you think that if this was the only landscape you ever saw day in and day out? According to Marius, his people are forbidden from ever leaving the Tusks.
I did tell you that, didn't I? Must have been drunk.
I'm all for pulling together, but that's just oppressive.
You're not alone. A lot of people in Solace would agree with you.
Exactly. It's not a home if you have to lock people in it. Rawatai has a similar problem. Between the constant storms and the rocky soil, the lands never supported us easily. So many of us find work as sailors and mercenaries. We explore the world as soldiers or as part of a trade mission. We venture out. We're encouraged to. Yeah, that's certainly part of it. Look, I'm not trying to defend or debate my empire's conduct, or yours. Everyone in the Living Lands faces struggle. But people choose that, and usually to escape something worse. Forcing people into a lifetime of hardship for the sake of principle or tradition is a different matter entirely. Never. The Pargrunan of Solace are notoriously suspicious of outsiders. Though, from the looks of this place, Solace's real concern has got to be keeping its people in, not keeping the rest of us out. Shoot. Yeah, it happens. Sharing the road and sharing each other's battles. But out of all the people I've fought alongside, I haven't gotten to know many of them as well as you. You always know what to do. It's like you've got an internal compass guiding you. Not many people have such a clear sense of direction, especially in situations as complicated as these. I never thought I'd feel this at ease again with anyone else, much less myself. But you helped me face loss, regret. After drifting for a long time, I finally feel like I belong again. Thanks. It's a new feeling, but I'm getting used to it. So whatever you need, whatever it takes to finish this journey, I'm with you. To the end. Check your bedroll for fang worms. Is it just me, or does it look like that volcano's burning hotter now?
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Roots like a wall, we only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many. The burned queen. She hurt us, hurt our people. She did this. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite, this we could not foresee. But you are here, a green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. The blossom of trust, a hand as soft as the breeze. Sleep now. Dream of golden poppies on the road ahead.
That's one for us.
That's like the Audra being...
Something happened here. Drip by drip. The slow passage of time. The years have gnarled our branches. The hot winds bent our trunk. Who are we? We do not recognize what we have become. The grass slumbers beneath us. We change, yet we are still of use. We remember our purpose. It soothes us.
Ready, aim.
Aye, aye. Next one's mine.
I don't see any survivors.
This could be a great spot, but there's so many of them. What are you doing here? This place isn't safe. The homestead up ahead is all run by Zaribs. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but things happened. The region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salos steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The Zaribs used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors tore up the terrain so badly, They had to go south. They started turning it into one of their villages. Even ripped up the crops planted by the wardens. What a waste. There are some Bargrunen living in the wastelands out here, all without the aid of the wardens. If someone got rid of these Arabs, they might be able to shelter here. Maybe even grow some crops. It's up to you if you would like to help out with these Arabs, but I hope you do. They could have
Another down.
I was just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
Seems as though the Dream Scourge made itself at home here.
You dealt with the Zarabs. I didn't have any doubts about whether you could, but still, your actions will save some lives. The buildings will at least provide some shelter. Here, take this.
My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
I'm starting to wonder if those gates are to keep strangers out or locals in.
Welcome to Sorina's Mercy, outsider. There's nothing for you to see here.
You let me out of here right now!
Will you pipe down over there?
I'm innocent!
No. You gave the goods back. That's something else.
Oh, how easy. The blood.
Do you do this every day?
Oh, thank the gods. Finally.
Renato here was selling our grave goods to traveling merchants. Don't let him tell about maps and causes. He's a common thief.
I admit I took a few things from Pargrunan memorials. And I admit the caravans paid me a good price for them. Expeditions have costs. You can't line a pocket that's full of holes. Sansa has no idea what the living lands are like. He sits in his emporium and thinks it's the Deadfire. Well, it's not. Every day out here is a matter of life and death.
We do fine without grave robbing.
I just needed to survive.
You can't just barge in and tell us what to do with our prisoners. How should I know? The wardens just left him here. Ha, fine. I'm not paid enough to handle legal debates. You're free to go.
About time. I owe you, whoever you are. Actually, wait, I can do better than that. Take my notes. Just do me a favor and don't tell Sansa where I've been. I'll come up with something. As soon as I've found a place to bathe. See, Sala's Keep, he said. It'll be an adventure, he said.
homely little fortress. So warm, so welcoming.
Outsiders aren't permitted in Solace Keep. Turn your ass around and go back the way you came. Precisely. We don't welcome outsiders in Solace. It's a violation of Tenet 3 of Nandru's 9 Creeds. No person excepting Wardens of the Pargrunen shall be granted safe harbor without express permission of the Council, heretofore established by Nandru, the First Warden, or without the attestation of an established, honored Warden of the Keep. That is correct. Without the Solace Council or a Warden to vouch for you, your presence in the Keep is forbidden. No Warden, no Keep.
We really will have to drag Marius into this, won't we? The poor dear.